Welcome back, boys. Welcome to the Brotherhood, Divorced Dads of America, the Rebuild. Welcome aboard. I'm your host, Anthony Thompson, founder of this movement. Where we're going to rebuild 1 million dads, transforming their life and their children's lives. This is where you defy the odds of divorce. Welcome aboard. This isn't a game. This is a direction. This is a movement. It's a mission. It's a vision. I wish some of these episodes I could maybe not try to feel like I have to press so much in. I want you guys to get as much data and information and impact with minimal time. And so a lot of times it feels like I'm going 100 miles an hour, and it's because of that. It's because I know you guys don't have a lot of time. I want to give you, I want to distill into you just like a great warmth of comfort in a short amount of time. Those of you that don't know, I'm from the south side of Chicago. I've got my Bears t-shirt on today because, depending on when you've watched this, the Bears won a game. And that's my cross to bear. So any of you guys watching from anywhere else, you can give me as much of a hard time about the Bears. I know it. I pray for them. I love football. I play it. My son does. But let's dig into it today. You don't want to hear enough about that jazz. Let's get you fixed up. Let's get you running. Let's get you rolling. Why she still triggers you even when you don't love her anymore. How about that, huh? How about that when you look at photos? You tell yourself you're over it, but one text, one tone, one look, and you're right back there again. I remember I talked to a dad just a few days ago, and he said, "Man, my ex showed up to my house, and man, she looked good." You know, and there's nothing he can do about it. There's nothing he can do about it. But she also, on the other side, you know, it can be triggering because she still triggers you. Maybe you still do love her. Maybe you don't love her. But it's because your brain still thinks the war isn't over. There's so many little networks of connection that you have with somebody, especially as the years go on. I mean, I was married for 13-ish, somewhere around there, 14 years, and gosh, it was just a whole life that was created that is now dissolved. But let's talk about how to end it for good. I want you guys to still be able to understand what was going on. However, not let your emotions drag you into something that is completely irrelevant. It doesn't matter. It's not going to change. You can't fix it. And it's only going to lead you into more despair, more depression, and more of those things. So the neuroscience behind a lot of this stuff is this. Emotional memories, they're stored in the amygdala, fancy word, not the cortex. So they're felt, they're not thought. That's Harvard Neuro 2021. They're felt, they're not thought, these emotional memories. And that's what it is. It's a feeling. It's like, whoa, man, this really came out of nowhere. And then what happens is it's like the door creeps open, and then you open the door. And I don't know if you guys have ever had basements in your time, but you imagine a dark room basement where you just start walking down the steps of that door. And it's dark, and a lot of times that's what happens. You start walking. That's one thought and feeling, and like, oh, well, let's walk down this some more. And as you know, it usually walks into a lot of things, and a lot of bad things, a lot of good things, a lot of things that can be used mostly for bad. So here's what happens. Here's how we get through this. I want to give you some stuff. Your emotions aren't caused by her behavior, but your beliefs about her power over you. If she would just stop, I'd have peace. That's not true. That's false. Peace isn't her job. It's yours. And guys, I really want you to understand this idea of rational emotional behavior therapy because, guys, your emotions are so powerful. And when you learn this, you can then empower your children to lead better than you. This isn't just about you, but as you grasp this and say, hey, this guy doesn't control my feelings. My boss doesn't control my feelings. My work doesn't control my feelings. The guy driving next to me like an idiot doesn't control my feelings. You control your feelings. And so when you talk to your children the same way, that's what's happening is that you're training them and teaching them to say, hey, I control my feelings. How do I want to feel? How do I want to react? And there's a lot of knots and there's a lot of wiring, and we are going to unhook those wires. And we're going to hook them into the place that is the right emotions for you. You want peace? Great. Let's hook it up to peace. What does that feel like? What does it look like? What does it sound like? What do you talk like? Who are you with? Where are you around? What are you listening to? Positive psychology said this: forgiveness increases life satisfaction by 20%. How would you guys like 20% more life satisfaction? I think you would. and reduces anxiety 40%. Reduces just forgiveness. This isn't I'm not giving you a drug. I mean, that's how crazy it is. I can reduce your anxiety by 40% simply by you forgiving that person each and every day. That sounds like a cheat code. That sounds like something that drug companies don't want you to know. And that's the fact. They don't want you to know that. They don't want you to forgive your ex about what was going on or how she blindsided you or attacked you or sent you to courts. But man, how would you like your anxiety to go down by 40%? And even more as you continue to walk down this road of not allowing other people to control your emotions. Sounds powerful, doesn't it? It's a real deal. It's the transformation of not just science, but God's word in your life. It's there. I'm not saying these things to try and give you a false hope. I'm giving you the reality of the situation of what your future can be when you design it. I want you to design your future. I want you to stop living by default. I want you to stop reacting. And I want you to be able to not allow her to trigger you. Not allow her to trigger you. She can't trigger you when you don't allow her to control your emotions. So imagine trying to drive forward with your rear view mirror duct taped open. Every time you check the mirror, you lose vision for what's ahead. Every time. I want you seeing what's ahead. John 14:27 says this, "Peace I leave with you, peace I give to you, not as the world gives. Don't let your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid." What you focus on is where your energy will go. Where energy goes, focus flows. What do you want to focus on? You want peace? Then let's focus on peace, right? CEOs, check this out quickly, and then I'm going to give you the challenges. I'm going to give you a question. We're going to break this down. CEOs who obsess over competitors lose 37% more focus time than those who ignore comparison. And the same applies for your ex. Focus on building, not proving. Imagine you could get almost 40% more output by not focusing on your ex, not trying to beat, not trying to compete. Imagine forgiving. Now you're dropping another 40%. Your anxiety goes down by 40% by just forgiving her, by letting it go, by dropping it off. Scripture says, "Cast your care upon me because I tenderly care for you." Do you think you are stronger or God is stronger in this? What if you tried him out? What if you did something different? All right, let's go through the FAST system again. Focus and faith. Write down what still triggers you and name the pattern. What's the trigger from your ex? And what do you see? Is it in your home even? Is it in your phone? What is the trigger? Write it down. Name the pattern. 2, awareness and accountability. Recognize your body's response. Do you have a tight chest? Elevated heart rate? Do you start to go into this doom and gloom pattern? Do you start to, obsess about negative things? Do you get all these thoughts? What is it? Become aware and then become accountable. You're going to write them down. You're going to become aware. You're going to become accountable. Those of you who need a set group, as I always mention, jump in the group. Get aware, get accountable to this stuff. Just drop it in the chat. Say, hey, I'm getting accountable to this. I don't care what it is. If it's mindset stuff, if it's things with your ex, if it's, guys you want to lose weight, get accountable. Like, accountability is the gateway drug to freedom. Facts. Period. There it is. The reason why you're not where you want to be is because you don't have a plan, you don't have a system, and you're not accountable to it. Strategy and systems is S. Going back to this, reframe each trigger. This moment is training, not torture. This moment is training, not torture. What is the trigger? And then we're going to reframe the trigger. You got to reframe it. What am I learning? What is life teaching me? Life is happening for me, not to me. What am I learning today? What is the lesson? In James, it says that count it all joy when you go through trials and tribulations. What is the joy in this? What is the trial? What are you learning? Transformation is this. You move from reactive wounds to intentional wisdom. Once you put this system into place, your ex will never trigger you. You don't need boundaries. You need discipline. I hate this stuff with boundaries. Stop, block this. You know what? You're going to live in a castle all alone because you don't want anything to touch you or feel you or get near you. It's like people in germs. You become so anti-germ that you can't go near anybody or do anything or whatever, and your body breaks down. You're not meant to be like that. You're not meant to live like that. You don't need You don't need walls. You need discipline. What are you going to do? What are you going to say? What are you going to allow to react to you? What are you not? When all of these systems get put in place, guess what? You're fast forward. You're moving into the future. You're not getting pulled into the past. 3 questions, and here we go for sake of time. Gosh, each time I feel like I could go for another hour. Number 1, I want to do this. 7 days challenge. 7 days. The trigger tracker is what I'm calling it. The trigger tracker. 7 days, write every trigger and the belief underneath it. Guys, if you do this, simply this, 7 days, your life will transform. Why? Because you'll become aware to the trigger and you'll create a solution and a reframe to get past it and to get through it. It's like watching film for football players. You go back. What did I do? What did I do wrong? What could I have done better there? Guess what? You start coaching yourself up. Start getting better. Start getting accountable. 3 questions. What story do you keep repeating when she acts out? Oh, that's just how she is. She's so stupid. She's an idiot. She's a narcissist. Da, 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 da. What emotions do you keep outsourcing to her behavior? What emotion do you keep outsourcing to her behavior? Anger, frustration? Do you complain? Do you murmur? All those things will hold you back into the past. You will give her power. Number 3, what would real peace, not performance, look like in your life? What is peace? I had one guy tell me, I'm at peace when I'm sitting on a beach, my feet are in the sand, and I'm looking out at the ocean. That's great, dude. That's great. But what happens when you're not sitting on the beach with your feet in the sand and you're looking out at the ocean? We need to create, guys, we're developing internal peace. Again, it's not just for you. You need to start teaching this to your children. They're going to start getting it. They're already getting it. And you are the one to lead them through it. We're going to defy the odds. We're going to rebuild a million dads, transforming their life in the next generation. That's what we do. That's why you're here. Jump into the Ascent group. Those who want to apply, I got 1 or 2 spots to work one-on-one with me. Let me know. Drop me a message. I love you guys. I'm rooting for you. I'll see you in the next one. God bless you.